I stand and guess who comes in front of me and looks at me like, huh? Guess. Proper. Proper. Hi, welcome back to Proper. I'm your host, Alexis. And then I also have my co-host here, this fucking crater on my face. What the fuck is going on? What did I tell you last week? It's my happy, horny, healthy week. That's when my skin is beautiful, which it still is. But this cystic fucking pimple that I have right now, and it's because I'm stressed. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I recorded this last night, and there's a big difference between night legs and day leg. Like, depending on where my social battery is, it's been a busy fucking week. And I've been wanting to talk to you because I have so many things that have been happening, but then they just kept happening. And then I was like, when am I gonna fucking record this shit? Tried to do it last night. I've been feeling insecure, I guess? Question mark. Question mark. For me to be feeling insecure in general is crazy. And then during my happy, horny, healthy week is also bonkers to me because like I really look forward to this week and I feel like things are bringing me down. So it's not letting me enjoy this 1 week that I have of being happy, horny, healthy. So I'm I've been having a lot of anxiety. I don't know why that was hard for me to, which is obvious, that we already know that I suffer from anxiety, but I feel like I got a little bit of a grip on it, and now it's like I don't. But anyways, hello. Did I say hi already? How the hell are you, kids? Let's fucking dive in because I got a lot of PUs, proper updates of the week. But before we get into that, we're going to do what we always do, and we're going to have a proper low, proper high, and proper Rex PR of the week, right? Proper low. I'm going to make my low. My lows for the next 3 years, I feel, should just be minor things. Like, I shouldn't deal with anything else, right? Let's all collectively feel that way about me. So my proper low is going to be this crater on my fucking face. That's what my proper low is going to be. That's it. Simple. What am I doing about it? I'm using the Dr. Dennis Gross. Here, I'll show you right now. Hold on. It's also going to be a proper rec. Might as well. I feel like the proper recs this week are going to be skincare. The Dr. Dennis Gross On the Spot Eliminator. Not sponsored. They are like, I love them and I've had partnerships with them before, but they're not asking me to do this. But this is my solution to my PL of the week. Okay? Next, pH. pH is up. pH is still up. I'm still on top of the world. I think what it is like I'm becoming a brand new bitch, right? It's my birthday month. I'm turning a big age. Like if we look at it that way, we don't have to. It's subjective. But I'm turning a monumental age. So yeah, there's that. My best friend of 25 years died, had to get her cremated, and then my daughter, also best friend, also, my everything, my Nala, 12 years, died 5 months prior. So it makes sense why I'm like, I feel uncomfortable. Like I guess, lost in a way. And not even lost. I'm just like, I feel really detached. And whenever I feel like that, I'm like, what's happening? I don't know. And it's not like because I felt connected to myself before. Remember, Alexis, we can be dual people, right? Right, right, right. Okay, we're moving on from that. PH. Proper high. What did I make it yesterday when I recorded? And you're not, it's fine. I'm retelling the stories anyway because I was like, I gotta give them more zhuzh, because I felt really dull when I was telling the stories. And if I'm doing that, what are you gonna fucking get out of it, So that's why I take the time to re-record, say thank you, Lex. Anyway, can I get out my proper high, please? What is it? Duh. Oh my god, how could I forget? Ain't no way I'm gonna let you down. I saw Chris Brown. You guys, hold the slander, okay? Not in the mood for it. I don't need to explain myself. I don't need to explain it. Okay? I don't need to. And I don't need to explain why I don't want to explain. Okay? I've been listening to this man since 2005, which a lot of us have. That's 20 years. That's why we're at the Breezy Bowl, right? Stadium tour. I haven't gone to a stadium tour in a very, very, very long time. And I've only gone to one. It was actually Taylor Swift's 1989. I'm not a Swiftie. Is it 89? Yeah, I'm not a Swiftie. That album though, got that James Dean dream look in your eyes. Yeah, you hear those notes? I know you do. That was what, 8 years ago? 9 years? 9 years ago, right? So yeah, and that was at Raymond James. I was in Tampa. This is my first time at MetLife. A journey. It wasn't too bad, honestly, to go. But me and my homegirl, like, we went spontaneously without tickets. We were like, fuck it, because we saw the night prior they were really fucking cheap. But that always happens at the last day. It's not as fucking cheap, but whatever. I'm grateful. However, we get there, it's pouring down rain, lightning. The stadium is going off like, take cover, just repeating the same sirens over and over again. We don't have tickets yet, so we're like, there's no point in going inside right now. We're like kind of undercover, like near the box office area, but it's like closed. So we're like, okay, we can just stand here then. So we stood there for like, I'm not even gonna hold you, an hour and a half. Because it was pouring down rain. There was nothing that we could do because we didn't drive there. We took public there. So, and like Uber can't come and pick you up. Like there's nothing you can do, which was kind of lovely because then we just shut our brain off. We were getting a little wet, not the type of wet we want to be. But we got through it to the point that we were like, fuck it, whatever the fucking tickets are, we're going to get them. And that's exactly what we did. We got some nosebleeds. And nosebleeds at MetLife, kind of amazing. Are we going to talk about it? Like, I was a big fan. Like, the view was fun. Being up there was so beautiful. Seeing, like, the amount of people that were in that room was, like, in that room. I mean, we're outside technically, but in that stadium it was just a magical experience. I was just like feeling it on a deeper level. And I'm big on energy, so I trust that it's the energy of the people because I've gone to concerts and shows where like the crowd just not crowding. You know, like when you, I don't know. Sometimes I could walk into a room and be like, there's darkness in here. Devil is in here, you know? And then there's rooms that I walk into that I'm like, this is joyous, you know? Like this is love. Is this love? 'Cause I gotta know. Is this real? 'Cause I gotta know. Ooh, I feel like I hit that. Is it you taking over my heart? Right? That's another Chris Brown song for the ones that don't, for the young heads. That's 2005 Chris Brown. Cause there was like the thing about Chris Brown fans, there's a big diversity. Cause obviously the girls love him. And the girls from like when I was listening way back when, and then there's like these newer fans that don't know my Chris Brown. Like they don't know Christopher Brown that I know. I don't know the new one that they know. And I think that's the separation. Regardless, we're here for the same man. There's also the gays that love him, the gay men. There's also the gay girls that love him. Dykes, femmes, all of them. Are we allowed to say dyke? I am, right? If you claim queer, we're here, we're queer. What are we gonna do? But is dykes like a derogatory? Can you be derogatory? I don't know. Know that I'm trying. Shout out to I like them. Or are they called studs? Is dykes bad? Sorry if it is. Studs, I don't know. They're beautiful. Hey, I'm gay now. So I'm allowed, right? Am I allowed to make mistakes? Anyways, so the show was phenomenal. He played all the songs. I felt really like connected to my younger self. Like, wow, I'm at MetLife, aka I live in New York City. I mean, obviously it's in Jersey, but I'm at MetLife because I live in New York City and that's like the closest show, whatever. Just realizing like I've been listening to this man for 20 years. 20 years ago, like that 20-year ago Lex would be so proud. And it's my birthday month. So I'm like I said, I'm feeling very like I guess nostalgic or reflective on like times. And maybe that's why I'm moody. I always get moody in August, bro. August is like such a weird fucking month because like summer's over. I'm sad that summer's coming to an end because my summer was horrendous. I didn't throw enough ass at all. I didn't have enough people catching this ass at all. My ass got fatter, but it wasn't getting thrown. And that's like the saddest part about reflecting in August. Like summer's almost over and my ass is sad. You know what I mean? Crying. You know what I mean? That's not fair because like I have such a what? You know, like I'm tan, happy, horny, healthy week, but ass is sad. You know, look at this tan. Do you see? Do you see? I'm gonna go back to that. No, I'm not. I've decided against it. I'm not going to. Anyways, how did I get on the sadness? Where are we? Chris Brown. Phenomenal. And I was just thinking about little old me, and I was like, young Lex would be so proud of where I'm at now. Like, I used to have this man, like, if somebody were to ask me who was your first crush, I would say Chris Brown. He was my first crush because I was 10. Yeah. Damn, I gave away my age. I think you guys know how old I am. I'm really trying to see, like, I'm always like, Lex, be more mysterious about your age. I'm not. I'm not mysterious at all. I am a Scorpio moon, and that's the most mysterious thing about me is how I truly feel. But like the given, things that like you could easily figure out, I'm not mysterious about. Is kind of how I feel about things. But anyways, yeah. Highly recommend to just like use your free will and put things on Afterpay. We're all gonna fucking die anyway. Anyway, next, our proper Rex of the week. PR, I already told you, DDG, this on the spot eliminator, along with this Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery 50 SPF. You see her? Love this. I was talking about it on my story. This is not sponsored either. They did send it to me as a gift, but I had no obligation of posting. I don't know if you could see the glow right now, like how much I glow with it. That's all I have on is just this. Like I woke up and put it on. I don't think I'm trying not to wash my face as much. Like apparently if you wash your face too much, like more than once a day, which I wash it at night, it can like, what is it? Strip the skin. Bitch, I don't know. When I break out too much, I try not to like wake up and wash since I had just went at night and washed it. Is that crazy? Like I'll put water on my face, but I don't put soap on. Anyways, am I a man? Anyways. Do I have any other proper recs? Oh my god. This song right now, No Broke Boys. That's what it's called, right? With Tinashe and Disco Lines, yeah. That fucking song, proper rec. What I needed, so like I said, I'm like in a weird spot. Like I'm having a hard time. Like this is my second time fucking recording this episode. And yesterday, during the episode, I was like, normally I don't cut at all. Like I just run all the way through and then I edit it as it. But whenever I record and I start being insecure while I'm recording and I'm like, oh, let me say this instead. Let me say this. Like I'm going against me. And then I never end up releasing those episodes because proper's genuine, right? So it's like I really take pride in it being like exactly what I'm feeling in that moment and exactly what I'm saying in that moment. So when I think about it too much, that's when shit goes downhill. That's why I'm stepping away from prepping my episodes and just raw dogging it because why would I want anything in between you and me? Like, can't you feel the intimacy? Anyways, oh my god, are we already at PUs? Are we already at the proper updates of the week, you guys? I'm so excited. I haven't even given you a teaser. Remember last week when I was like, can't wait for a new character. I need a new character. Got a new character. You guys, got a new character. Well, I need you to sit down because this story is about to go up and then down and then up and then down. Okay, let's go. All right. Okay, his name on here is going to be the actor. Okay, that's what we're sticking to. Because if I call him anything else, it's just going to be name calling at that point. Anyways, so I meet the actor out because y'all know I'm not on apps. I haven't been on apps in a very long time, over a year now. Yeah, over a year, almost 2 years actually, which is great. So I met him out at a party. He like asked for my contact, and I was like feeling pretty anti then, but he was like, I don't know, something about him. I was like, okay, like I'll give you my contact, whatever. We end up going on a date on a Saturday. We met on a Sunday, so we went on a date that next Saturday. So that's pretty quick, which we love, right? Because I hate pen pal. I don't really like getting to know somebody brand new via text. Like even with girlfriends that I'm meeting, like friends that are girls, whenever we meet, like we'll be like, wait, I like your vibe. Just like dating. And then I think the only in between with girls is like we'll follow each other on social media and then hang out. But even then, sometimes I don't. We'll meet and then we'll coordinate a date and then we'll go on our first friend date. And then that's when we connect and then everything flourishes. Like that's how I operate personally. Like I can't get to know somebody via text. I don't care how your day is if I don't know you. Sorry. So the communication was going really well. Like we FaceTimed prior throughout the week too, because he's kind of on the same vibe because he is older. He's 35 plus. Remember this, he's 35 plus. Okay. So he would like FaceTime me or call me like throughout the day. And I was like, okay, I'm fucking with this. It didn't feel like love bombing, but anytime a guy starts with like, normally I'm not this open with women, or like I've never liked somebody like this, or like normally like no one, I don't know. They just be saying shit as if like I'm they first to like, and that's insane to me because I'm obviously one of a kind. I know that. But you don't know that until you get to know me. Like off rip, I'm like every other bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this ass is one of a kind. These cities are one of a kind. Obviously, I'm one of a kind. But also like I'm inspired by the people around me. So like my friends are also like me. Whenever a guy first meets me, we haven't even gone on a date yet, and they talking about like no one's ever made me laugh like this or like something like that. I'm like, all right, and maybe I need to like diagnose myself or get diagnosed, because I'm like, you're just getting a character of me right now in this moment. Like you don't even know me. You don't know what I'm like when I feel like watching Real Housewives of Miami. You don't know what I'm like when I'm hungry. You don't know what I'm like when somebody at work pissed me off. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just kind of screams like love bombing to me. And that's just based on experience. Because every single, and maybe I shouldn't use the word love bombing, but I feel like a man is falling into limerence with me, or like portraying me as something that, like, just like painting a picture of in their head of me rather than who I actually am, which we do. Women do that. We do that all the time. So I just feel like that happens often with me and men. And I'm like, I show up as I am because I'm real, but I'm also quite layered. So like there's really, really fun versions of me, and then there's like a tired version of me. I think like that's human, right? I do bring a lot of joy to the table. I don't know. I don't know. But if I'm turned off, I'm turned off. Anyways, we're not there yet. Anyway, so we go on a date. It's lovely. We're kissing all over New York City, right? First date, just publicly kissing. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll take it. It's my happy, horny, healthy week. I'm beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. It was like a midday date. Like it started at like 2, and we knew we had like somewhere to be around 6. It started like 2:30, and then we left around 6:30. I actually had a queer event to go to because I'm trying to, be on my gay shit. And actually, let's talk about that really quick. How do you know if you're at a function and a girl is on some girl shit or some gay shit? How do you know? How do I know if I'm on some girl shit or some gay shit? Because now that I'm following the path, now that I'm walking that walk with being gay, I'm like, I've always been girly pop. Like, I've always been like, you're so pretty. Girl, you're so pretty. Love your fit. Like, and girls have always been that with me. But now I'm like, all the times, like, I never knew when a girl was being on some gay shit with me or some girl shit with me. And I was specifically at a gay girl event, and I still couldn't tell. She was like, wait, you're so pretty. Oh my God. And I was like, bitch, you're so pretty. The fuck? I'll eat your ass right now. No, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody tap in and let me know. I'm new to this. It makes, not that I'm nervous, but I'm like, how do you know? Does that mean I'm not gay? But we're all gay. Are we not? I don't know. Like if I'm watching porn, I'm watching the girl. Does that make me gay? I'm not I'm not necessarily looking up girl on girl shit. Like I do still like guy on girl shit, but I'm looking at the girl. I don't know. We'll put a pin in it and we'll circle back. So we're kissing all over New York City on some public shit. Love it. It's not like too long of a date, which like I said, I'm trying to stay away from that because I think that's another thing of like love bombing when like you want to spend all day with that person and stuff like that. Like obviously, like I would want to spend all day with the first version of me as well. Like especially because like first version of me, like you're getting me brand new, and then you're also like hyping me up with laughing at my jokes. So I'm at my best when you first meet me. And that continues throughout time. But like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, do you paint a facade when people first meet you, Lex? Maybe. Maybe I'm a master manipulator. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, and the date is like great, not because we're doing like great things, like we're doing basic things, like going to eat and like going to the little lounge and like vibing, but we're like our energy is like bouncing off of each other. We're both like funny and witty and like getting to know each other and like seeing our similarities. So it's a good time. And we look like pretty cute together. So I was like, okay, and he's in the industry. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to be with somebody in the industry because Cognac was like that. And like, cause like, I don't know, people in the past, I mean, even when they're not in the industry, Plug wasn't in the industry. He's a fucking electrician and he was a bitch. Motherfucking Lego, he was a barber and he was a bitch. So I just find that there's only room for one star though. I don't know. But then also, I think the ones that aren't in the industry still don't like, still want to be the star. I think every man that I've dated wants to be the star, wants to be the diva. And maybe that's another indicator of how gay I am because I keep dating divas. Y pa eso, me voy pa toto. You know what I mean? That means, and for that, I go for pussy instead. Should I say that? Am I allowed to say that? I always get nervous. I know this. Yeah, I could say that. This is my fucking podcast. What are you talking about? I need to like have like a book like of rules. I'm like always afraid of like breaking rules, but you can't break rules on proper, Lex. It's proper for a reason. Anyways, so we're vibing. And then we're going to our next function and it's in the same direction, but he gets off at a stop before me. I'm going all the way to the city and he's staying in the borough. So we take the train together, which is cute. We're kissing on the train. We kiss goodbye. Like, that's my man, my man, my man forever. And I'm like, okay, like, shit. He's already talking about, oh, I'm not talking to anybody else. Again, another indicator of like, I need to find a new word for love bomber, but like, I guess like the whole doing too much type thing. Because if you do too much, then I'm finna do too much. And if I'm doing too much, I'm lying to you. Yeah, maybe I am fraudulent. Anyways, so he gets off of his stop. Bye. And then I ride the train like a couple more stops and I have to get off and transfer. And I'm transferring at, I don't even know where the fuck I'm at, honestly, because it's just insane. Anyways, so I transfer, I get to the platform and it's a Saturday, right? At like I said, 6:30, so it's packed. If you live in New York City, you know, like Saturdays at 6 p.m., that shit finna be packed. It's always packed. Something about a Saturday is hot, is packed, some of the trains ain't working, whatever. As soon as I step on the platform, which is like before getting on the train for the people that aren't from here, like that's what it's called. Anyway, I stand and guess who comes in front of me and looks at me like, huh? Guess. Remember last week when I was like, oh, fuck Cognac, I need a new character? And I said I got a new character, right? Also got the chance to fuck Cognac. Wrong fuck. I was pushing Cognac away. I was like, you know what? Fuck Cognac. Like, bye. Not fuck Cognac. And the universe confused that. Cognac steps in front of me. What are the odds? And I was writing this motherfucker off and I run into him on the subway and I never run into anybody on the subway. And we're not in either of our neighborhoods. Right. Like he's literally, come to find out, he's getting off of work and we're both going to I'm getting off at this next stop that we're both getting on the same train and we both have to get off at the same stop. So I'm like, what? And I'm all like high off of the date prior, you know, like I'm feeling good. It's my happy, horny, healthy week. I was feeling real fucking positive. And so when I saw him, I gave him a lot of like sugar, you know, like rather than being the standoffish version of me from the last time we talked. So like honestly, if he even went in for a kiss, I would have went in for a kiss because I was like, you know, I was so like with the fucking guy like right prior to me. I was already in a habit of kissing whatever's in front of me. So I honestly would have kissed Cognac right there, like, hey, how the hell are you, kid? Was what it felt like. But I was so like sweet to him. And he was like, oh my God, you're glowing. Like you look so beautiful. You look so good. Why you ain't text me back? Talking about his music. You know how he is. Always talking about his fucking music. And so we end up having like a 15-20 minute interaction and he's like, I can't believe I'm seeing you here. And he was like, I thought I saw you the other day on the train. He was like, I didn't, but my first thought was, oh no, she doesn't take the train. And I'm like, what do you know about, like, I don't think you know me, brother. What else am I gonna take? You think I'm Ubering everywhere? Yeah, I Uber to your house when I'm coming over at 10 p.m. But like, because you live down the way. Why would I take the bus or the train there? But I'm like, I take I take public transportation. I like that he thinks of me as bougie, but it made me think like, damn, these motherfuckers really think, and I'm not bougie, but like I do have standards. But it just, now that I'm talking about it and thinking about it, anytime dudes say stuff like that to me, I'm like, that's like big money, like, oh, okay, big money. I think I put that in that same category where like a man will put you in a place where they feel like you're unattainable in that way, like your standards are unattainable. And I think Cognac put me there, which makes sense because he's literally said that in the past, but like Plug also put me there. And I think Lego put me there where like Lego was like, you have your shit together. I don't, that was like his context, or Plug was like, I'll never, be enough for you. And I know that like you deserve more. You deserve more. You deserve more is also big money. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you catching what I'm fucking throwing? Right? Do you agree? Let me know. But so Cognac also got a new hairstyle. I don't want to say too much. I feel like if I like say too much, then you guys can start looking up these motherfuckers. But Kanye got a new hairstyle, so he looking like a brand new bitch. And he always looks good to me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Even when he bothers me and I'm like, damn, I can't actually stand you or your presence. So like he is kind of fine though. And so when we were parting ways, like we were getting off at our stops, and I was going to my gay event, like I said, he was like, oh, let me know if you're around tonight, like text me. And I was like, you can text me, ho, the fuck? And he was like, okay. So he texted me right after and he was like, come over later. So I I actually want you to guess if I went over or not. I want you to guess what happened if I did go over. I want you to guess. I want you to tap in. I want you to tune in. I want you to show me how turned on you are, and then I'll tell you what happened next. I need reciprocation, right? I need you guys to rate this fucking podcast 5 stars only. I need you guys to start commenting. I need you to follow the page. I need you to I need you to download the episodes. I need you. Okay? Because you guys are always like, where's proper? Where's proper? Where's proper? Where's my love and reassurance? So yeah, I want you to go on YouTube and I want you to give into my praise kink and my reassurance kink and tell me how bad you want that story. And if you don't, then we'll never talk about it. But if you do, then I'll talk about it next week. Okay? Now, we go to the gay event. I already crossed that. It wasn't a good event either, which I was super disappointed. It was kind of a scam. And the people were pretty, but like everybody, like, no, it wasn't really placed in a setting to mingle, although it was supposed to be like a happy hour. So I don't know. But I met my homegirl there and we're like, let's go eat. So we went to go eat at one of my like fave vegan or vegetarian like Chinese spots. I'm not vegetarian, but it just happens to be a vegetarian spot and is bust down. And then my homeboy JM, have I told y'all about JM? I've definitely told the vlog about JM. He was DJing somewhere, so then we went there. Anyways, next day is Sunday. I take myself out on a solo date. It ended up not really being solo because I made a friend off rip as soon as I sat down on the lounge chair and she wanted to be my friend. And I was like, what am I going to do? Not? I mean, she was lovely. We're friends, no doubt about it. But I wasn't able to like read and like get my introvert in. Maybe that's what it is. Because everybody views me as an extrovert because I am very lively, but I need like a good amount of alone time to recalibrate and to like give myself energy because I don't think people, it's very rare for me to feel like somebody gives me energy. I feel like people like kind of not take from my energy, but yeah, like I don't ever feel replenished. And I think a true extrovert gets replenished by being outside with people. I get replenished by being alone, outside alone. Outside as in like I love a solo date. Because I do complain about being alone and like lonely with you, but that's when I'm like too alone. That's like weeks on end of like not hanging out with somebody, not seeing somebody. But like if I'm doing back to back, like seeing those two men in the same day, plus my friend, plus JM, like that's a lot of people for me. I think it's because I always feel like I'm the entertainer. So that when I show up, I always feel like I have to be like the best version of myself, the jokester, like, Plus, like, I also have to lead and get from A to B and all of the things. So I'm just on. It's rare for me to feel like I could be off with somebody. Damn, Kylie was somebody I could be off with. Damn. Anyways, so the solo date was good. It just wasn't very solo. So again, yeah, maybe that's why I'm feeling like so. Like, I just need to be alone. Anyways, so it was a great date, or it was still a good day. And then I had dinner that night. Damn, yeah, I really had like a packed weekend. Weekends aren't long enough when you work so much, truly. Anyways, so now it's Monday, and the actor wants to go on a date again because he's traveling for like 3 weeks and then I'm traveling. So we're not going to see each other for like a good amount of time, like at least 3 weeks, because we're like, okay, in between these 2 days we can also squeeze a date in. And I was like, okay, loving these vibes, like he has his own life, blah blah blah, like I have mine, loving this. And he's reassuring me like we're gonna FaceTime, blah blah, and he wants to go out on Monday. So we plan to go to dinner in a jazz lounge after work. And I'm like, okay, cute, grown sexy, like it's an actual plan. And again, he's 35 plus. So like it just, I don't know, I felt like maybe I'm like having over expectations on like maturity. I don't know. Like what else do you think for dinner in a jazz lounge, right? I don't know. I haven't even gotten to the story yet. Let's get to the story. Anyway, so I have like a cutie fit on. I'm like trying to impress him, obviously. Like this is like our second date. So instead of wearing tennis shoes the way I normally would, I'm wearing fucking kitten heels. Okay, I'm putting some fucking effort in. I Uber there, pay for my own Uber, which is already crazy. Cause why am I going 35 plus if you're not a grown man? Right? Cause for me, I make it clear on what I want and what I expect out of dating a man, dating anybody at that. Because even with a girl, I would still require them to be a provider, femme or not. It's what I'm attracted to. It's what I want. Who's finna check me? Anybody? Right. Or if you are taking me on a date, I expect you to get me to and from there safely, especially if you're a man, especially if you're a grown man, 35 plus. So there's that. I get out of the car. We're sitting outside. That's fine for dinner. He's wearing gym shorts, a muscle tee, and sneakers, right? And you would think, oh, he just got back from the gym or something. No, no. He went to the gym in the morning, went somewhere, I don't know, went home because he FaceTimed me when he got home. I don't know what he was doing. Then went to another meeting and met me. So like he definitely had a packed day. He didn't say anything about squeezing me in per se, like it was like a set date already. And he didn't imply anything of like being loungy because we wouldn't be going to a jazz lounge if that's the case, right? I don't know. I think going to a jazz lounge in gym shorts and a muscle tee is absolutely insane. I don't know. So I was like, oh, that's insane. Especially because I'm not, like, if I was wearing sneakers, whatever, or if he smelled good, it would be different. But yeah, you heard that right. He didn't smell good. What's the opposite of good? Bad. He smelled terribly. Again, he didn't just come home from the gym. And if it was that scent, it would be different. Because I like a good, like, masculine BO, you know? Like, I kind of love, like, there's certain stenches that I like, you know? Like, like, Plug after a day of work, like, he definitely stunk, but nothing that I was like, ew, get away. Not me. I hate when I bring up Plug because then that just shows the amount of love that I have for him. But, Plug, I liked his stench. This motherfucker stunk, bro. This motherfucker smelled like there was a homeless person in my pocket that wouldn't get away. Like it just kept smelling it. Bad. And I'm being real and raw here, not even to roast True because I can. Cuz I can. But he smelled bad. And the first date he also had this bag and I thought it was because he had like a change of clothes in it, whatever. But since he came from home, it was confusing why he still had that bag. And it's like a big enough bag to like hold the change of clothes. So you'd think he would have deodorant and cologne. No. I think it's audacity. I think a lot of men just have audacity and they just think they're perfect without trying. I think that's what it is. Like he had no desire to impress me. And that was clear. And that's okay. I want somebody who like and impress, I guess, because somebody could turn that of like that's so performative or whatever somebody wants to say, but impress as in like try harder. Like we're not like we haven't been dating for 2 years and like we're going on a quick date night to get out of the house. Like no. And even then try harder because I'm gonna try. I'm ever evolving. Like if I let myself go, things are going down. Do you know what I mean? So it was a big turnoff that he was dressed like that. Another big turnoff was he didn't even acknowledge the difference. And I was like, how is it not clear that you're wearing gym shorts, I'm wearing kitten heels. My top is like silk. You're wearing a muscle tee. Do you know what I'm saying? And you stink. Sorry. So I'm still being polite, sweet, sugary. So I'm still filled with sugar, although I'm like so turned off at this point. And so in between walking from dinner and the jazz lounge, I'm like, I kind of bring it up like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna be like so casual. I would have also been casual. Fuck, is this about to die? I need to hurry up. And he was like, oh yeah, no, like I didn't have time to go home. Or he was like, oh yeah, I didn't have time to get ready. And I was like, but you went home. Like you FaceTimed me when you were home. He was like, yeah, but I should have been getting ready instead of talking to you. And I was like, okay. So we go to the jazz lounge. It starts late and like I'm over it at this point. We're not really like talking. It is loud, but I'm also like not at my most energized self, you know, because I'm turned off. Like when I'm turned on, I'm tapped in, tuned in, turned on. I'm making you feel good. When I'm turned off, it's hard for me to make you feel good, you know? So like whatever. I don't need to elaborate on that. So I look at him and I'm like, "Oh, how are you feeling?" He was like, "Oh, I'm shot or I'm cooked." One of those two, like that he was tired. I was like, "Oh, I'm ready when you are." And he was like, "Oh, bet. Like I could be ready." And he gets right up. Doesn't even wait for the waitress to come. Gets right up, pays the bill. He got a drink. I got like a little slice of cake. And we leave. I was like, and we're holding hands still. I'm still being sweet. I was like, "Are you Ubering or are you taking the train home?" He was like, "Oh, I'm definitely going to take the train." I was like, "Okay, I don't train when I look like this. Because when I'm like dressed up and stuff, like I have to worry about my safety. And no, I wouldn't have dressed like this. I wouldn't have thought that we were going on a grown person date. I didn't know I was going on a date with a fucking 16-year-old. Okay. Anyways, so he's like, oh, yeah, no, you definitely shouldn't. I was like, okay. Doesn't order my Uber. So I order my Uber and I let him know, hey, you should have ordered that Uber. Because I can't. One thing about me, if I'm bothered, I can't hold that in. Like, I'm going to let you know because at this point I'm doing all these things and extending myself to make you feel good. I'm at my wit's end now. Like, you stink, this date sucks, and you didn't even impress me by any means, and you didn't even make sure that I got home safe. That's insane to me. So he was receptive of like, oh damn, yeah, you're right, I should have blah blah blah. And then he started to like withdraw and I was like, what's wrong? Like, are you fine? And he was like, no, I just feel like you got so cold, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what do you want to talk about? I can cancel my Uber and then we could talk about it and then you could call my Uber. And he was like, no, it's okay. And I was like, okay. I still feel bad. So the next day I call him because like we call each other because I felt like he was feeling like in his head and insecure. I shouldn't have felt bad because I need to just be like, that's it, Alexis. We're done. We don't need to extend ourselves or give this guy any more grace. Like, it's unnecessary. But I did. He then turns it on me, talking about you're condescending, you have a tone. I didn't know I was going to be criticized the whole time, saying all these things rather than being a proper gentleman and owning it. So, and like moving on from it because like I'm still being sweet, proper, genuine, and like calling him and like, you know, giving him another chance. He's like now using that opportunity to make it on me, which I just don't think that's harmonious. Is that a word? Harmonious? Yeah. And I don't think that's coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of ego. And at that big age of 35 plus, we're not connected. Like that's not gonna work. So I went up to then go down again. So more of the story before my fucking laptop dies. I can't. I'm trying, but I can't believe I went on a date with a smelly motherfucker. And it was a complete 180. Like he's in the industry. When you look at him, if I showed y'all his Instagram, y'all would be like, oh, he looks like he smells good. Like he gives that vibe. So it was insane to experience that. But maybe that means like maybe that gives into the audacity that he has for that. Anyways, I'm right back to where I was 2 weeks ago of being as single as ever, no prospects, not talking to anybody, not fucking nobody. Nobody's catching this ass. I'm sick and tired. What is this summer? What is this summer? I'm trying to be a cat in heat, not a cat in hibernation. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm trying to get real. No, I'm just kidding. But what does a girl have to do to get fucked by the same guy for a consecutive period of time? Anybody know? Let me know. Anyways, that's it. Single as ever. Hopefully we got another character next week. I'm going to take myself outside solo this weekend to get you some proper stories because I live for you. I don't know if you could tell. I do all of these experiences for you because if not, I would. So yeah, that's all I have. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you fucking tap in the comments, in the likes, in the downloads, in the 5 stars. Please. I don't want to work anymore. Please. I'm tired. Don't you see more for us? Can't you imagine us on television or even like with a production company? I don't know. But can't you see big things popping for us and little things stopping? Right? All right. That's all I have. I love you so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye.